In the intricate web of global finance, Denmark's model stands out not because of the sheer size of its economy, but because of the precision with which every economic cog fits into a larger strategic vision. Part 5 of our deep dive into Denmark's 2025 economic transformation reveals just how far this small Nordic nation has gone to institutionalize resilience, not just for today, but for the next century. And as we progress into Part 6, we begin connecting the dots with global superpowers like the United States, setting the stage for our upcoming investigation into American financial trends. But for now, the story remains deeply Danish and profoundly relevant. Let's begin by turning our attention to Denmark's revolutionary approach to labor market fluidity. In 2025, while much of the world grapples with job insecurity caused by AI and automation, Denmark has doubled down on what it calls flexicurity. This uniquely Danish policy combines the flexibility of hiring and firing with a robust social safety net and proactive reskilling initiatives. The state, in collaboration with private firms and unions, maintains a dynamic workforce training program that anticipates market disruptions years in advance. When industries shift, Danish workers don't just lose jobs. They're immediately entered into transition pipelines with paid training, AI-assisted career counseling, and guaranteed job matching services. It's economic Darwinism, but with a humane core. Beyond employment, Denmark's tax strategy in 2025 is no less remarkable. While many countries struggle to close budget gaps, Denmark operates on a tiered value model that links tax contributions directly to societal benefits. Taxes are not just collected, they're visualized. Citizens use interactive apps to see exactly how their contributions are distributed across healthcare, education, infrastructure, and defense. These dashboards are gamified, turning fiscal responsibility into a form of civic engagement. Instead of avoiding taxes, many Danes take pride in their role as economic co-authors of the nation's future. What's more, Denmark is leveraging blockchain not for hype, but for governance integrity. Every major public transaction, be it a subsidy disbursement, infrastructure bid, or green investment, is time-stamped, recorded, and open to public audit. This transparency has led to a drastic reduction in corruption risks, improved procurement efficiency, and bolstered public trust. Citizens can track project delays, budget overruns, and even vote on shifting priorities in real time. Imagine participatory budgeting, but supercharged by Web3 and AI integration. Speaking of green investments, one of Denmark's most bold moves in 2025 has been the full-scale transformation of the Jutland Peninsula into a climate-positive economic zone. This isn't a PR stunt. Every industry operating in this region must meet strict carbon-negative criteria. In return, they receive preferential loans, expedited permits, and AI-driven tax credits that scale with their sustainability performance. The area now serves as a living lab for renewable tech, from carbon capture seaweed farms to hydrogen-powered logistics hubs. Global firms are pouring in capital, eager to test scalable decarbonization models under Denmark's regulatory clarity. Another breakthrough, Denmark's integration of AI in judicial and regulatory systems. Rather than replacing judges or lawmakers, AI acts as an augmentation tool, offering precedent analysis, policy simulations, and economic consequence forecasts in real time. For instance, when Denmark debated its 2025 rent control adjustments, AI systems projected various inflation scenarios, income disparities, and housing market reactions across different demographics. This allowed policymakers to shape nuanced laws that balanced landlord interests with tenant protections before a single vote was cast. But perhaps Denmark's most surprising advantage lies in its emotional intelligence. Yes, you heard that right. Emotional intelligence as a policy pillar. Through a national well-being index launched in 2024 and refined in 2025, Denmark now measures the emotional and psychological health of its citizens alongside GDP. Mental health initiatives are embedded in workplaces, schools, and urban design. Neighborhoods are structured around walkability, green spaces, and social interaction. Public libraries double as therapy access points. And here's the kicker. Companies with higher employee well-being scores receive tax benefits and prioritized access to public tenders. This emotional intelligence extends into diplomacy too. Denmark's 2025 foreign policy, known as smart neutrality, blends soft power with economic diplomacy. It actively mediates EU policy disputes, helps developing nations design fiscal sustainability plans, and offers open-source governance models to allies. It's a new kind of influence, less about muscle, more about mindset. As Part 6 evolves, we must talk about the digital crone. In January 2025, Denmark officially rolled out a central bank digital currency, CBDC, with one mission: eliminate friction in everyday finance. Integrated directly with biometric IDs, the digital crone enables real-time taxation, decentralized aid disbursement, and seamless cross-border payments. Businesses can automate payroll taxes, tourists can pay without exchange fees, and low-income families receive benefits directly into digital wallets that can be spent only on essential categories, monitored and optimized by AI, not bureaucrats. And here lies perhaps the most important piece of the Danish puzzle: education. Denmark's 2025 national curriculum includes AI literacy, financial modeling, logic-based ethics, and sustainability economics from the age of 7. Children learn to analyze financial risk through simulations. Teenagers design decentralized apps. University students rotate through national service stints where they help implement public sector AI systems. It's not STEM education, it's STEGM: science, tech, ethics, governance, and money. As we close this extended look into Denmark's financial metamorphosis, a key truth crystallizes. The country's success isn't built on wealth alone. It's built on alignment between people and policy, between technology and trust, and between short-term efficiency and long-term vision. This is why Denmark's GDP per capita doesn't tell the full story. The real value lies in its GDP per citizen, the compounded dividend of dignity, opportunity, and foresight. But the story doesn't end here. Our journey now turns westward. In our next video series, we shift our lens to the United States, arguably the most influential economic player on the planet. We'll explore how America, under increasing fiscal pressure and socio-political tension, is adopting, adapting, and sometimes resisting the kinds of reforms Denmark has institutionalized. We'll uncover the bold new policies coming out of Washington and Wall Street alike: sovereign startup funds, green bond stimulus programs, AI-powered taxation platforms, and a new generation of decentralized economic zones emerging across states like Texas, Florida, and California. Will the U.S. echo Denmark's model or invent something entirely its own? Stay tuned, because if Denmark is the model of disciplined innovation, the U.S. may just become the crucible of economic reinvention. And together, these narratives will define the future of global capitalism.